Hello and welcome to another episode of Gear Toward Gear. My name is Sean and I am so glad you're here. Today we're going to take a quick look at a brand new color offering from Honey Badger. I love these knives. They're fantastic bargains. These are all in size medium and they come in three sizes. So if you're not familiar with the Honey Badger knife, they're really excellent. I don't have a bad thing to say about them. They're absolutely fantastic. And they come in three sizes, small, medium, and large. And these happen to be size medium. And these are the three colors that they've kind of always been offered in some various blade shapes and different sizes, but it's always been the tan, the green, and the black. I think they all look great, and they're very popular for people to customize, dye the scales, all kinds of fun stuff like that. And for me personally, I really like the medium size, and I also really do like the small size. I have all three colors in the small size as well. The large is also a good size, and I do think it's necessary that they have that larger size, but for me, it's just not my preference, so I've never owned a size large, although I have handled several. So they released a brand new color. I opened the box that this shipped in, or bag technically, and realized I should be filming this, so I haven't actually opened this box. But the new color that they released is blue. And I'm a big fan of the color blue, and so we're going to take a look at it together, see what it looks like, and then do a quick little modification to it, because this was in the bag with it, and this is a backspacer. I've never used one of these on a Honey Badger. I'm just looking at it for the first time, actually. Just a simple kind of FRN backspacer in black, which will replace, I'm assuming there will be a backspacer in here already. Because all of these have one that just matches the color of the knife, but we will see. So yeah, let's go ahead and open this and take a look at the new blue Honey Badger. So they have pretty good packaging. So you've got your little booklets of information, a little 15% off coupon, your silica gel, you have a disassembly tool, and here is the knife. And I am digging this blue color already. So let's move this stuff away. I'm a big fan of blue knives. I think it's a great color. It's one of my favorite colors. Okay, so it does have just a blue factory backspacer. Let's check out the action. Super smooth. Oh man, these things are just great. This thing's covered in oil. Let me wipe just a little bit of it off real quick, which is a good thing. I'm not upset about that. I'd rather them ship it covered in oil than not. One thing I do notice that's different is that they have added their logo onto the blade, which I have no problem with. That's not egregious billboarding. I do like the plain, sterile look of the kind of standard Honey Badger look, but that's not bad. That's tasteful, I think. It's small enough, so I'm not too upset about that. On the back side, we're going to have our blade steel listed, which is the same as it was before, 8CR13 MOV. I will note that the Honey Badger knives are now also available in D2 steel, and they have been for a while. A lot of the D2 versions, if not all of them, I'm not sure, have removed the forward finger choil, and it's just a straight blade all the way down, and the blade steel has been upgraded. For me personally, I think this is the better option for a couple reasons. One, it's significantly cheaper. These go for about between $30 and $38, depending on where you go, for like a size medium. If you upgrade to D2 steel, you're looking at closer to $50. And they did such a good job, in my opinion, on this forward finger choil that I would hate to lose it. It's just, for me, I feel like it's kind of rare to find a forward choil that's done really well. And it may look like it would be sharp because of the way that it's kind of tapers, but even my big extra large hands, it just kind of locks in. I pull back towards the pivot and I'm just locked. And so that in combination with the jimping, it just works so well. And so many companies get that wrong. And so I prefer, based on my preference, the 8CR13 version, and I prefer the finger choil. But that's just me. So yeah, that's the new blue Honey Badger. And this one In particular, this new color only comes, as far as I could tell from their website, in the size medium and in the size large. This is not currently available in size small. I wish it was, because I would have bought it. But again, not being a huge fan personally of the size large, I just went with the medium. There's the pocket clip, which also has their logo. So that's new. Okay, so this is what the pocket clip used to say, Ultra Tech, which I think was kind of like the parent company or the manufacturer or something like that. Now it just has the Honey Badger logo, so I think that looks better for sure, but otherwise it's the exact same knife. Super comfortable, super budget friendly, and just a useful, wicked sharp knife. Really nice flat grind. So let's throw this backspacer on there and get a little contrast. Let's do that real quick. I've never had an occasion to disassemble a Honey Badger, but it looks like it shouldn't be too difficult. And I got my little kit here, so let's just take some of these screws out, throw this black backspacer in, and see how this looks. And these backspacers come in all these colors, tan, green, black. I think red is another option possibly, if I'm not mistaken. So there are a few options for you to kind of customize your Honey Badger to your liking by adding a backspacer, which I think is a cool way to kind of customize a little bit for not a lot of money. The backspacer costs $5. So I ordered all of this directly from Honey Badger's website, which it's actually, they're sold through a company called Western Active. And Western Active is the exclusive North American distributor of Honey Badger knives. Honey Badger knives, the company, they're made in China, but the company who kind of designs and markets them is based in South Africa. And so that's just a little info for you there. So if you want to buy one of these direct from the company, you would do it through Western Active. They are also available on Amazon.com. However, when I learned about this new color, it was, I think the day before, was it Thanksgiving Day? It might have been Thanksgiving Day that I heard about this. I went to their website and saw that they were available, and they were not available anywhere else, such as Amazon. And so I just went ahead and ordered it direct from Western Active. And when I was there, I threw the that backspacer in my shopping cart, and that was all she wrote. It was a little more expensive ordering direct from the manufacturer, as you can imagine. It was like $38, I think, for the knife, where it would typically be like $30 or $35, but not too bad of a price, I don't think. So for me, it was worth it. So there's a number of Torx screws here. You can see how the pocket clip is secured there. And so it's just taking a bit of work here to get all of this done. And this one seems to just want to keep spinning. Let's see. Is this backspacer going to come out? Like I said, I've never actually had an occasion to take one of these apart, so I don't really know what I'm doing here. Okay, so maybe I didn't need to take anything off that side. Let's see if I push this through here. Okay, I think I may have to take the whole thing apart. Let's find out. That's going to be a T8, it looks like. So let's take our T8, get this pivot removed, at least off of one side. We'll take it off of this side. Okay, that's on there pretty good. So I need a little more torque. So I'm going to switch from my Wera driver to my stubby Weehaw driver, so I can get a little more torque without stripping this thing. Okay, that's in there pretty good. I don't know that I want to test my luck with that. Okay, yeah, I don't want to mess with that much more. So let me see if I can get this backspacer out. Yeah, no problem. Okay, there we go. Backspacer is out. That pin It's going to have to go back in. So let's get this little tiny pin into our new backspacer. It's basically just like a standoff pin. Okay. And let's see if we can slide this guy back in. Kind of go over that standoff into the liner. Line everything up as best we can. All right, we're in business. So I didn't have to take the whole thing apart, so that's good. Let me go back to my T6 here, get these screws put back in, and see what the final product looks like. I do love the black and blue look. Just those two colors in contrast, I am a big fan of. If you've watched this channel or if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen a number of knives that I own or have modified that have that theme to it. So this may not surprise you. And to spare you the full, there's several more screws to go in, but we can give you the basic idea here is we now have some contrast. We've got black on blue, which I think looks really, really nice. So there it is, the new Honey Badger blue. I do really like it. Of course, a lot of people do dye the scales. As I mentioned, you can dye the tan scales blue, but you're never going to get a blue that looks quite like this probably, because it's pretty bright and vibrant. And I would imagine, and I don't have a ton of experience dyeing scales, but I think to get a solid blue out of the tan scales, it would certainly turn out a bit darker. So this is a pretty vibrant blue, and I think it looks fantastic. And I just think these knives are fantastic. So that is it. That is the Honey Badger blue. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And if you don't have a Honey Badger, I can't recommend these highly enough. I think everybody should get one when you have the opportunity. Just try one, pick whichever size you think would be best for you. And again, it is great that they offer 3 different sizes. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Oh, and now that I'm thinking about it, this is amazing. Okay, so I just took this backspacer out of this knife to make it black and blue. So now what I'm going to do after I stop filming is I'm going to take this blue backspacer and put it in the black one. How cool is that going to be? So that's kind of an unintended bonus that I'll be able to basically swap them and put a blue one in here. But then I'll have a leftover black one, and I could put that in the tan one, and it would be black and tan, and that would look cool. And then I could take the tan one and put it in the green one. So that's actually pretty cool. I can kind of mix and match these. So I may spend a few minutes and do that. But anyway, just want to share with you that new color in case you were interested in what it looked like. There it is. Thanks again. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, I am back. I just want to let you know that after I was done putting the black backspacer in my new blue Honey Badger, I spent 5 minutes, and I literally mean 5 minutes, because once I got the hang of it, it went super fast, and I changed all the backspacers. So what a cool and fun way to kind of get a little custom touch on all of these knives for only $5 that I spent on this one black backspacer. So I took the blue one out and put the black one in, which we saw earlier. The blue one that I took out, I put into the black Honey Badger, which looks fantastic. The black one that came out of the black Honey Badger, I put into the tan Honey Badger. So now I have a black and tan look, which I really like. And the tan one that came out of this knife, I put into the green Honey Badger, because I think that OD and tan looks good together. Although I do like the black and tan quite a bit, I consider just leaving the black one out and putting the green one with the tan. But I actually like the black and tan. And so let me give you a little better view here. For $5 on the one backspacer, I was able to do all of that. And I guess in reality, I probably could have done, or you could do something similar even without purchasing a backspacer. If you own more than one of these, just take them all apart and switch them around, right? Because essentially, even without purchasing this backspacer, I could have just done that. I could have literally just traded the ones that I already had, but that's what I chose to do. So So I just wanted to show you that. I think that's a great, fun way to do a quick little project. It literally took 5 minutes, and what a difference, like for example, this one, what a difference that makes to have that blue pop of color on the backspacer instead of just being solid black. So that was fun. I enjoyed that, and I hope you did too. So I just wanted to show you that real quick before we closed out the video, if you made it this far. So thanks again for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon.